guys, I'm Let's Fly RC, and I've got another awesome project for you guys.
He likes it small.
This guy and his... I've been playing around a lot with the Shark Byte system, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, learning the pros and cons to it. And one of the greatest things about the Shark Byte system is how small and light it is.
How much smaller is this than the DigiWhoop?
A lot lighter than the DigiWhoop. It's the same form factor, but because it doesn't have that big, bulky Caddx Vista inside, it's literally the same size as a Beta 85X. Matter of fact, I used the Beta 85X frame in the design, and I just had to design a new print for the top that allowed the Shark Byte system to fit inside, and it flies awesome. If you're already locked into the Fat Shark ecosystem, this is a very cheap add-on to give you HD. Way cheaper than if you were to start over all over again with the DJI system and have to buy all new equipment. It also works really well with your typical analog build. It should fit in really easily because it's nice and small. You don't have to come up with a new frame.
It's like the same size as an analog VTX.
This is a 25 by 25 millimeter bolt pattern on the smaller of the two setups. There's also another board that's coming out soon with a 20 by 20. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but it's coming out soon. Can't wait. Fat Shark keeps making improvements to this, and they're going to keep getting better and better. But for right now, we've got the digital FPV system on the little Babyshark, and we're gonna try it out today in this awesome Bando.
It's perfect because this place is too small for like a 5-inch quad to really rip around. So I was actually, before I even knew you brought these, I was like, I wanna fly a whoop here. So I'm like, oh, we got a whoop here.
I got a whoop here.
We got a whoop here.
Does it freestyle?
Dude, it totally freestyles. Like, I don't have much experience with like little whoops. So like, just flying this thing is like a blast. Cause I feel like a spot like this is super tight and I can really get into all the gaps, which I couldn't with my 5-inch.
What if I could natty myself? Dude, that'd be sick. Self-natty. Self-natty? Self-natty. Oh! Yes! Self-natty. Check.
So I always kind of end up putting this filter on stuff that I'm trying of like, can I use it to get a different kind of shot, or can I use it to integrate into my fleet in some way? So if I can integrate like an Insta360 Go or something to where this thing's nice and tiny and I can still get a usable shot out of it, that's when I start to get really excited. So we got our Insta360 Go 2 mounted up. We're gonna shoot in Pro mode, which allows us to shoot whatever angle we want, and at 1440p at 30. So let's get this in the air and see what we can do in this space. Went up above, jumped up about 40 foot and dove through that gap right there. Yeah. Really? In HD, 1440.
That's sick. Is this how you want it? Sure. All right. And there's our gate! So this is where we are supposed to be setting up. We've got tons of gaps. We've got like all sorts of natural things to loop over, fly through, and even just you can dive down into the pit. What Shawn's built here is gonna be like the perfect size because it's very small, so it can fit through lots of gaps, but it still rips.
I'm very curious to figure it out, to see how it flies. It looks like it'll fly good. I said it's like has the perfect amount of like weight and power. I don't want to dive it down anything. I don't want to break it.
Well, you can fly better. Oh, okay. All right, there, champ. All right.
How's the breakup?
Not actually that bad.
And you don't even have the Omni antennas on the goggles right now. We're only running strictly patch right now.
Yeah, I will say it's pretty good. Do you think it'll dive down there?
Yeah, dive it. Good. We got another one.
Oh my God, struggle streak. It's heavy enough that you can feel the resistance, so it's fun to throw around, not super light where it just like flies. But it feels really good. And the video is actually pretty good too. So usually I wear glasses under my DJI goggles, but now it seems like I don't have any Dopplers in here and I'm just using the factory, I guess, settings for the HDOs. And it looks good, I can actually see.
When I fly DJI for racing, the problem I have is that the latency is a little bit too variable. Now, if everyone's on it, then it's fun to fly because, well, there's no competitive disadvantage to it. But racing against analog right now, analog is so much lower latency, so I'm excited to try the Shark Byte because I'm really curious to see if there's a latency difference in it. And so I'm gonna try and rip it around with these gates and see what I can do. Alright, my battery's dead. I really like it actually. I really like it. I wish I had like my radio and like was used to it, but the power is really good. It's good.
Don't you just hate when somebody's that damn good? Like,
Oh,
I'll give you that one.
Man. Thanks, man.
I don't ever like to tell you how good you are either, but that one.